Hi everybody, welcome to the next segment of Racer's High Gravity Challenge and review of more popularly priced malt beverages. I've got the driver here with me. Today we're going to have what I think is a very special edition here. We're going to be a little bit serious though. I know normally have a lot of fun with these things. Well, today we're going to be a little bit more serious than usual. We'll still taste some stuff, but a little more serious because I have some points. You might notice I'm looking over at some notes. I really want to make sure they get in this. Today we're going to talk about Four Loko. And why you should be concerned about the recent ban on these type of beverages, the alcoholic energy drinks, the energy malt beverages, AED, EMB, sounds like weapon systems. Why you should be concerned even if you really don't care about these beverages at all. You know, what's really been missing in most of the arguments so far on this has been common sense and logic. Instead, what we've been treated to is pretty much political grandstanding, pandering for votes, and knee-jerk reactions by, you know, appointed bureaucrats that are out there to save us from ourselves. So we're going to talk about that and maybe how we can get some common sense going here. Before we start, you know, let's make a couple things clear here. The first thing is, you know, we do not now, nor have we ever, encouraged or condoned drinking while driving. You know, we do not now, nor have we ever condoned people drinking over their limits. We do not now, or have we ever, condoned underage drinking. Personally, I don't think very much of the 21 drinking law, but you know what, it's the law, and I am a law-abiding citizen, so I adhere to it. The way you handle laws you don't agree with is you get them changed. You don't break them. And finally, you know, in no way, I'm not trying to make light of what happened at Central Washington University. That was certainly a tragedy there. You know, unfortunately, you know, the responsibility is on the people who are consuming the alcoholic beverages, however, not on the manufacturer or anybody else. So, you know, before we get started, or let's get started here, take a look at exactly what is or was a Four Loko. Okay. 23.5 ounces, 12% alcohol by volume. You know, do the math. That's 4.7 standard drinks. In case you forgot what a standard drink was, you can look at your screen right now, and I've superimposed them over this. I've also superimposed the math on how I reached that figure. I've seen in the media 3, 4, 5, 6, I don't know, 7, whatever. You know, if you're going to write a number down, one thing you need to do is get it right. If you can't get a simple number right, what else don't you have right, is always my question on something like that. So, you know, I guess it's time to, you know, try one out here. I opened this from the bottom, collector style, and let's pour it and see what it looks like. Oh, actually, it's a little bit fizzy. I'm surprised at that. Let's pour a little bit here on the ice and try it. You want to try the ice first or just plain?
Just plain.
Okay. Cheers. Wow. I was actually expecting it to be bad from some of the reviews I've had.
Tastes like grape Kool-Aid or grape soda.
Yeah, it tastes like a Fanta grape soda or something like that. You want to try one on ice? You see this just like straight. Okay, let's face it. If a fairly slight young lady like the driver here were to put away a complete Four Loko in a short period of time, you're probably going to be about twice the legal limit of intoxication to drive a car. I mean, even if a guy like me puts one away in a fairly short period of time, I'm certainly going to be over the limit. Now, 4.7 drinks in a short period of time is going to put me at or over the limit. You start drinking 2 of these in a short period of time, and, you know, we might be talking 911 for her, and I'm certainly going to be intoxicated. And this whole thing of, well, the caffeine will keep you from knowing it, that is absolute garbage. I don't know where people get that from. What's keeping, when you talk about young people from noticing it, is the fact they're young. That's what's doing it. When you're young, you know, things don't quite affect you the same way. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. You know, the premise for banning these things was the mixture of alcohol and caffeine. Well, you know, tell that to people who drink rum and Coke, Jack and Coke, vodka and Diet Coke, flavored rums. Let's see, we could go on and on. Irish coffee. We could go on and on. You know, I have plenty of experience of having caffeine along with alcohol, and it's just not, it does not boost you to, you know, the way people are talking here. These things are pretty well marked. You look at this one. This is an orange blend. Contained alcohol around the rim. It says 12%, 12%. So, I guess if you're drinking it out of the can, you should know what you're drinking. Now, where the problem might come in is when it's given to you in that ubiquitous red opaque plastic cup that's at just about every party. Oh, what's in that?
Grape Kool-Aid.
Yeah, grape Kool-Aid. Yeah, with just a little. Yeah, it has a little alcohol in it. Oh, okay, man. Let me drink that. I was always taught.
And I was that you don't drink something that you didn't pour or saw it poured.
Yeah, if you don't know what's in here, if you can hand it a cup and you have to ask somebody what it is, maybe you shouldn't drink it. And that's where people tell me, well, you obviously don't have any children, otherwise you want these things banned. And I actually have 2 children. We have 2 teenagers, both in high school. And, like a parent's supposed to do, we've talked to them about this. And hopefully armed with the information, they'll make the right decision when the time comes. That's about all you can hope. You should give people, what they need, the tools they need to succeed, and hope they use them at the right time. So, question comes back to is, why should you be concerned about these things being banned? I don't drink them anyway, right? Well, the reason why is I happen to subscribe to the domino theory about a lot of things. Don't kid yourself, folks. There's a lot of neo-prohibitionists out there that want nothing more than to take away and restrict your choice when it comes to, everything, yeah, but, alcoholic beverages are a good start. This is a toehold for them. If you look at just a standard 40, we've done 40 reviews before, of something like St. Ides or Hurricane, High Gravity, or Steel 211, that's about 5.4 drinks. Now, nobody's telling you to guzzle that thing down all at once, but there's plenty of people who like to ban pretty much any container over 12 ounces. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's just something you have to start thinking about. That these people are out there, and when they get a victory like this, all it's going to do is embolden them under the claim of, well, this is for your safety. They wouldn't know my safety from a safety pin. And I would be glad to debate some of these people over, what I did in my career with safety compared to what they've done. So that's another topic right here. That's getting off topic. So the way you fix this is maybe we need to get rid of even more of these long-term people in the government and, elect some people that actually know the role of government. Okay, off the soapbox. How about a racer's rating on something like this? What do you think? I mean, it's drinkable. I'm not going to say this is the best thing I've ever drank.
No, but it's good. It's sweet.
Yeah.
And it's fizzy.
And it's fizzy.
It's fizzy.
So I'm going to give this a middle-of-the-road 3.5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Which is, a pretty fair rating for something like this. Along with a warning that you better take it easy on something like this because, this is the same thing as drinking a 12% beer. Or drinking a bottle of wine or something. There's plenty of alcohol in it, so you need to, know what you're doing. If you're not an experienced professional, you got to really be careful. So, banning these things has done nothing. Maybe it's made a few people feel good, but that's about it. There's, just like we talked about a little earlier, there's an infinite number of ways to mix alcohol with caffeine. Maybe not infinite, but a pretty big number of ways to mix alcohol with caffeine. Should we ban all flavored type beverages? Is that what's next? Should we ban anything that's 12% and comes in a can? Is that what's next? Yeah, there's people that want to do that. So my advice is don't just take something like this sitting down. My solution to the whole thing is the same as for most everything. It's education.
Educate your kids.
Yeah, people aren't stupid. They just, sometimes they do, they make bad decisions and that, but usually you make a bad decision because you have bad info going in. Give people the tools they need to succeed, and more times than not, they will. If you think you've done something by getting tough, I'll just tell you, you really haven't. So, if you've listened this long, I really appreciate it. To my regular viewers and subscribers, I promise our next one, a little less talk, a little more malts. We'll have a little more fun. And until then, though, I want everybody out there, I want you to be safe. I want you to know your limits. But most importantly, you need to know your malts. Cheers, everybody. Thanks.